Two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises, one of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway.
This taken in at the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
So a long field ahead for the Ravens to start things out. They'll be led out by Dak Prescott, the 135th pick of the draft back in 2016 from Mississippi State. On play action, Prescott. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he'll be out right at the 35. That one goes for 24 yards.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea.
And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
There's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. He's probably a little angry at himself. It was his fumble, obviously, a moment ago that led to the scoop and score touchdown that has him down early.
And now we find out about the psychology aspect of being a coach. Because when you have a guy that's just happened, some people want to take him out of the game immediately. Others say, you know something? Let's feed him the ball again next series and see if he's going to be able to atone for it. Let's see what they decide to do.
Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott. His throw incomplete.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
3rd and long for Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Fielded at the 43. Uses this stiff arm. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So the Steelers now in great shape to begin their initial possession. Leading him out is going to be their quarterback. That's the grizzled vet, Ryan Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick now to throw on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's done. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. It's a nice pickup at 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense
pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Damian Harris, a 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Steelers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 14-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was Damian Harris who finished things off with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They start with a give to counter. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run behind center with Cotter, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And they run the option on 2nd down.
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Prescott from the gun.
And this will be swung out here for counter.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
And here's Trenton Gill on to punt.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. That's taken on the 25. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll start on the ground with Harris
to about the 48-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. From the 45 on 2nd down, Prescott. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taken in at the 11. Right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That's a punt return of 89 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 21-0. So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly what.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
Right now they're just trying to get to halftime because they need a break. This game, it's been a shellacking in every way, and they just got driven backwards for a safety.
Fielded at about the 28. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
Fitzpatrick. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect down.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked up by Champ Bailey.
And the Ravens are going to get it back here just past the 35. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
And he goes out right around the 39.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw. Prescott. Tries to force it to Megatron, and it's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for the Steeler touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half.
So time it up for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it.
He'll take the knee in the final couple seconds. Will tip by in this first half. That'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Ryan Fitzpatrick, the veteran, bringing this offense back onto the field. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little, kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. On second down now. It's done. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. That's caught by the 6'8" tight end, Zach Gentry.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA.
Now Fitzpatrick. Open man here is Gentry. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Fitzpatrick from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
Going with their tight end on 4th. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30.
To throw is Fitzpatrick. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by 9-time Pro Bowler Ed Reed.
And the Ravens are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has now allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. Back now in Pittsburgh from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. Eluding the... Oh, Prescott stripped. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
But, Parker, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5.
42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, Charles, just impressive in all 3 phases. Offense, defense, special teams have really done their job. And here the offense doing its part yet again with another score in the 4th quarter.
I know it seems like something we shouldn't do because the scoreboard does tell it all. But let's set it aside for a moment. This game was absolutely memorable with how they played it. Really terrific effort, really well executed. Congratulations to them.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Just silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do that? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Prescott.
Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards.
And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Fitzpatrick here to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Myers. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Play action now. Fitzpatrick. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
A Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Here's Fitzpatrick. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, you know, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
Open man here is Conklin. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. To throw is Prescott. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And
I come alive in the dark.